Hello, 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 and welcome to another RANGROOCAST with me, RANGROO. Today we are on the map Ostersund. On the NATO side we have Call Me Trissa, X, xinsaneelementx, and Sin A. On the Pact side we have Pharezon, Bastables, and Bengaloo. Let's speed things up and get things going. Everyone's marking down the positions they are going to be capturing in the places they want to go. A lot of BTRs from Bengaloo. Good God, a lot of infantry carriers right here. An awful lot. BTRs from Pharezon as well. Guskas. All of that good stuff. And away we go. Let me just slow things down real fast. Both sides going to be moving up. Pharezon moving into the town. We have a Black Hawk from Call Me Trissa and a few Gazelle cannons moving up. And the CSU is going to start engaging the Black Hawk. Where we're going to go down. On the right side, T-72Bs and T-62Ms moving up. Also have quite a bit of infantry moving up into this town. The same with Sin A. We've got crap ton of VAB, MiG-23 MML. Taking down a helicopter. Three last two are going to be firing right at the perfect time. They're going to manage to stun quite a few of the tanks. Good God. T-62s and T-72s not taking any damage, but they are stunned. The Fabs are getting in quite close, so you're going to have to unload the infantry inside if you want to use the RPG to affect the Sassers. They're unload. They're going to start using the Pact RPG to great effect. T-62 just go down with AMX 30s, 32s, finishing off the rest of the forces. On the left side, seems like Bengaloo moving up some T-72s, but Call Me Trissa has set up quite a decent defensive structure in this forest with an awful lot of infantry and French tanks as support. Also a lot more to 2 Rolands out in the open. And everything is quiet in the middle as Foxtrot and Echo have been taken without really any issues whatsoever. Bastables, you can see if you array from the VABs and AMXs so we don't get spotted. We can just capture at point 4 a little bit. Yes, he does. He needs to bring in some reinforcements. Oh no, he does not. He's keeping it constantly on the move. And Spetsnaz VMFs also moving up to the forest. That T-72 is really all alone to defend itself. Seems like the French tanks going to be the AMX 30Bs anyway. I'm going to move up to try and engage. MI9 getting shot down by the Roland. The MTLB Strela is going to try and knock out the Alacrity. And NATO is contesting India, and it did manage to capture it with its VAB PC as T-72 keeps reversing out of here. There's a Jagger GR run, probably going to get out Tunguska. But not napalm, but a cluster bomb run. And left side, Pact not really managing to gain any ground. So NATO is definitely at the advantage at the moment due to the capture of India, which they will have very shortly. Pact is not in a good position. Speed things up. NATO moving up in Charlie. Oh, this is not looking good. Pact does not have much. So bringing up an Mi-28, A10 Thunderbolt. Coming in, knocking out a PTR out of all the units, Mi-28. That does have a really wicked ATGM. A very wicked ATGM, which do quite a lot of damage, but those French tanks do come equipped with autocannons, 20mm autocannons, which do quite a decent amount of damage to the 2 helicopters. The Mi-28 puts a stop to it before it can even begin and manages to destroy all AMXs. A10 Thunderbolt trying to move in, but the Buchanan and Tunguska working together to knock that bugger out of the sky before it could try and knock out the Mi-28. This came in right at the nick of time. Stop NATO from pressing up too much, but NATO did manage to knock out the CV in Charlie. If they can bring up their own CV, they would be in a very, very, very good position. And over here, we do have some Concours and BTRs moving up into the forest. Seems like Bastables is trying to keep it contested. Jasser's moving out in the open. The BTRs are going to intercept. And the AMX-30s, you have something else to say about that? Shooting the BTRs at long range for F1 cannon. Well, more tanks being brought out from NATO. Quite a few M1 Abrams, Mi-28. Picking off targets from far away. Actually managing to get itself to elite status, which is very good for it. But the Mortar 2 Rolands are getting very close. They do have 2,450 meters of anti-helicopter range. So if Mi-28 moves up, Rolands are going to shoot it with relative ease. Oh, but the Russian Marines are trying to knock them out at a decent range of RPGs. Not actually managing to kill any of them. It's a bit of a bummer. The Mortar 2 Roland's going to reverse out of the M1 Abrams. We're going to try to finish them off. Tunguska actually using its cannon to take out a Mortar 2. Isn't doing too much damage. You know, the M1 Abrams, but to stop that little nonsense right, yeah. Chasseurs moving through the forest, engaging the BTRs. Mirage running on C, going to be dropping in the special cans, all the napalm in English. It's Bidon special, does mean special cans, as I said multiple times. D72 feeling the heat. Yak 38 going to be dropping in a few napalm, only managing to drop out 2 of its 4 potential payload, but it is enough to do damage to the chasseurs. D72s moving down open, getting eaten up by ATGMs, Milan 2s, and oh, Milan runs galore. Lone T72 kind of went out at the wrong time. Oh, he has to manage to knock out one Milan squad. And the other one gonna knock him out? No, he does not. And Insane Melee leaves the match. He hasn't really been doing much this match, you can see. Been holding down the Echo side and supporting his teammates. Don't know why he has to leave, bit of a bummer. This Euro's right in the middle of Pact base. They have not dealt with it. With an infiltrator. BMPT's Honey Badger moving up against the NATO tank of forces. In Charlie are reversing out of the air as BMPTs aren't really equipped to dealing with enemy tanks. As well, they really have anti-personnel and lightly and bloody hell. And their weapons are dealing with lightly armoured targets is what I was trying to say. Sine moving chasseurs in the open once again, but the more strikers on to catch them off guard for pants down and with cover of their houses. They are going to knock him out without taking any casualties at all, it seems. Mirage runner on C, dropping in a few more napalm bombs. T72, second time it's been napalmed. Not entirely good for it. Over here on the left, M1 Abrams are slowly but surely making progress on the BMPTs. At very close range, they can do a lot of damage as they see. Managed to knock out one of the BMPTs in the salvo. They can just shoot the other, which they should be able to spot in a second. It does go down with relative ease, and the Abrams are going to be moving up. Bengaloo having to get some T-72s on. Not the best choice against Abrams, but it will suffice, I have to say. There's a few concourse in the forest where it could get a pretty good side shot if the Abrams move down here past this little red line. Hopefully that'll work out well for him. For Abrams move up all single-handedly. Also have some T-62s. Bengaloo not really bringing up any heavier tank supports. There's some very cheap, very crappy units. M128, you know, is in the perfect position to get some side shots on the Abrams. I forgot to factor this into the whole assault, just knocking him out. Salvo after salvo, making each missile count. Good God, this Mi-28. It's just wrecking him. Absolutely wrecking him. This is what's been really keeping him in the game, I have to say. Mi-28 just gets all of those kills, knocking out all the AMXs and Charlie, and there's Abrams right there. We have Cobras moving up, MI-28 trying to retreat out of there, out of a 20mm Vulcan fire. Oh, it's not looking good for the MI-28, yo. Oh, 2 HP. Oh, it does get out of there. 2 HP left. Moss directly joining in. Oh, but that Yuri Z is going to get knocked out. Thank God he does have a second run in Delta, or they would not have that point secured, as the only other resupply point that they do have is in Kilo, and that is a bit of a drive. Now, they have quite a lot of tanks moving in from meTrisha, ordering an awful lot of AMX-30B2s. They hope that MI-28 is going to try and land. You really want to repair that thing, because it is elited. An elited attack helicopter is a brilliant attack helicopter. Cobra's moving up, knocking out the MI2s. Devka's also moving in through the bus line. Very good position, that bus line full of Devkas, as they can see quite far, and they are well hidden. A lot of AA moving up from NATO, Pact, scaring off the Cobras. The AMX-30Bs are moving up. You know, I really would hope we'd kind of stage them before moving them up. Or you're just going to trickle in these very weak tanks, as they don't have much armor, as most ranks tanks, only like roughly the 7 to 10 range. So one ATGM can easily knock them out. As you see, is what happening. These C-72s can easily cut through these guys like a hot knife through butter, though they can do quite a bit of damage, and T-72s does have a bit more armor compared to these AMX-30s. Just the Concourse joining on the fun. The knockout out little get right, yeah. The Pivad's moving in very close. It's going to try using it for stunning the T-72, it seems, using its 20mm radar cannon to full effect. The Concourse at very long range, knocking out a Pivard, yeah. These AMX-30s are pretty vulnerable in the open, I have to say. See, everything's developing on the right side. Bastables moving up some T-72s into the forest. We're getting picked up from all sides. Very good coverage of this hill here. Some T-64BMs also moving up. This MI2 going to fly on the flank, and 4 chasseurs, or 40 chasseurs, moving round the flank. I wonder what he is going to be doing. BM. AMX-30B2s moving up. Yeah, he does have a lot of Concours now, and these Concours very good at knocking out tanks. Lightly armoured tanks, as I have mentioned. MTLB Phoebe and a Sacrificial Lamb drawing the fire of the AMX-30s. And it seems like NATO Assault is not going to work for them. The NATO is gaining quite a few points, almost halfway. They need to secure victory. They are gaining it at quite a decent rate, at +2. They do have the India side, and they also have these 2 spawn points here. So they are in a very, very, very good position. If they can move up into Delta, it's not going to be good for Pact, and if they do capture Delta, it will be a good game. It does not seem that is happening with meTrisha. Moving up some Abrams. You really want to fall back, defend a little bit, and regain a big force. Maybe get his teammates to also help him assault. Oh, it's just only Sin A left on his team. Right down a little bit. It's Cobra flying all the way around the flank. And it's Su-27 keeping it clear. Let's move up Forest. These Abrams and AMX is moving up, and I think this is not going to go well for them yet again. As you know, Pact forces, even a bloody TATU being brought out, but saying Pact forces really excel in this big open terrain where they can use ATGMs to full effect, while NATO prefers, I have to say, ambush in more closer ranges, as NATO tanks don't really carry ATGMs at MiG-27. You can create a number of Leopard 2A runs moving up from Trisha, but they're probably on the same rate. They're probably going to share the same rate as the M1 Abrams Reverend, the Mi-24E joining in on fun. A-10 Thunderbolt. Then we're going right for the TATU, but he does not manage to even get a shot off. He does fall back. Landing quite close. We finally fancy landed on the TATU and managed to kill it with the exploding carcass. It'd always be quite cool. Pact doing an offensive in India on the right side. I was not really expecting this. T-72s, there's a bunch of T-72s out in the open. A Myland, there's just so many of them, so many ATGMs has been fired. That's against some pretty good side shots on T-72s, and the side shot is most of the time an insta-kill. So, in the open, there's mortars being dropped down on the forest. Trying to stun the units in there, but only really again AMX Roland and the VAB. Oh, yeah, secured the VAB with mortar fire. Yeah, that is very good. They need to start bringing in reinforcements now. Pharezon, get the T-72, MiG-29s, cluster bombing the hell out of that area. Doing quite a bit of damage and they knocked out Island F runs along with the transport. MiG-27 also knocking out a few units here. This is quite a good offensive for Pact. They started to slow down NATO's progressing by run, but the Myland runs are spawn camping the India side at the moment. T-72s can't really deal with this long range threat. On the left side it seems like meTrisha is not going to attack his units all at once, but he's bringing up a lot of reinforcements. Also bringing up a lot of infantry. Remounted ATGMs. Long range fire support, which is very good. Need to start countering Pact ATGMs, which are bringing up quite a lot now. Pact reinforcing their position. T-62s, Concours and that. T-ATU and T-64B VIB quite a problem, as they are very, very, very good tanks. Alocrati flying right over the Pact airspace. Getting shot down by the Mott's directly due to small arms fire. A bit of a suicidal scout, yeah? There's Myland F runs. A toast. Black Panda's moving very much ahead of the herd. Not really in a safe position. I don't know how he's trying to do. Oh! The last free of a crap ton of rocket arty. Good God. Good God. Last free can have like... Yeah, all of them has a lot. It has 108 rockets. That's the net run salvo. 108, 110mm rockets. Bit of a mouthful here. But they do quite a bit of damage, so I can counter artillery, Joe. But not too much great. Oh! Doing a lot of damage, so let's see, take my words back. A very low on HP, but they did not die. That usually does great suck. They do get to live. Now, Pharezon, I'm really liking this T-72. Seems like the whole Pact force, the whole Pact team today, really liking T-72s. This is a base standard T-72, which is a very good, decent 35-point tank. Pretty much a good CQC brawler. It does have quite a good amount of armor, like Trove, which is very good for a 35-point tank. Down here we have chasseurs. The 4 wrecks were moving around here earlier. Oh, the Mi-28 is going to spot the MO. He's going to fall back. He does have a 30mm cannon of destruction. If he can just keep his range, he can probably knock out quite a few chasseurs before he can do anything. Su-24 also being brought up to deal with the Gitch. Seems like it's a long-term investment. It's not going to go all the way around for Sin A. You get spotted. Su-24 going in, misters, firing, and artillery. Su-24, 250 kilogram or pound of explosive, knocking out 2 whole platoons. Seems like the rest of those chasseurs are going to be toast. At least my word, and I do apologise. T-72's moving up, he has around some BTR-70 Salos. MiG-29, flying right over. What's he going to try and hit? Trying to hit a tree line, yeah, it seems. Not managing to do too much, though. Does a little bit of damage to his AMXs. That is about it. These AMX-30Bs holding off the T-72 Assault. That bang in the middle of India. Oh, those last two, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, that was probably a misclick. NATO almost have the point they need to win. Is not looking good for Pact. 50% free, yeah, 200 points left. Seems like NATO is also doing an assault on the left side as well. Just cannons and ATGMs everywhere. AA, good god, this is just trading shots. Both sides just trading shots. Roland 2 does go down. The tanks moving up are getting obliterated. Pact is very much entrenched. To do have the forest for cover. And helicopter support the T-80U and T-64s. Doing quite a bit of damage against his Leopard 2A1s at long range. Focus and firing them. Oh, I love the positioning here. I love it. Because you can get some very good side shots when they move up. And you can keep them distracted from the front of your T-80U and Mi-20. I love it. I love it. Very good little run-2 punch here. Very good killing floor. I have to say. I love it. Did I say I love it? Because I do love it. One Chasseur squad did survive the obliteration from the Mi-28. It is now hiding in the forest. Waiting for command. Very bad position to be in. Right behind enemy lines. 3 misses being brought up from Pharezon. I just noticed this. This is quite expensive. So the mister does cost like 110 per artillery piece, and you can only get a run per card. So he's very dedicated to using them. In his deck he is using, it seems. There's an FOB to support them as well. But the mister is great. That fires, you see a crap ton of artillery. It's pretty accurate at long range. Very good for counter artillery and taking out soft to medium targets. Over here is Cobras moving up once again. Here we do have AA from Pact. So knock him out. Su-27's also doing a pretty good job here. DV and Charlie had to fall back. Gonna try and move up again. Pact, this would be a very good time to really counter attack. They just lost everything they had on the left side here. So now would be the perfect opportune time. Pact to probably take Charlie, and heck, they could probably take Bravo and bring us back for themselves. They do have India here, which is quite good. They are to bring us back. Bringing it back is always good. VAB's name X32's moving up. There's a lot of Heroes with crappy 23mm guns moving up as well. Wild Riesel flying over. What are you gonna be doing, Wild Riesel? What are you gonna be doing? Does get shot down. MiG-29 intercepting. Perfect time. Gonna quiet down a little bit. Both sides regrouping. Pact really does have the force majority on India and the left side. I really hope they do take advantage of it. Because there's not really much here except for these Chasseurs holding them off. The MX-32s and really about it. I hope we do take advantage as they really need to. NATO is very close to victory at 80%. The Ray, yeah. And now NATO's trying to bring up some reinforcements into hotel. They're not bringing up any reinforcements on the left side. Oh, please move up. Oh, he is. He's moving up some MTLBVs. They're probably going to scout the area, see there's nothing really in there, and then take advantage of it. So, I really hope he does that. I really hope NATO also moving up through this little Death Valley here. But the Concourse are engaging them at long range. Knocking them out slowly but surely. BTR-70 Zalos also repositioned to deal with the NATO assault on the middle, very knobby area here. Valley of Death, as I like to call it. As it is a run big choke point. One very big choke point. Legions moving up to the forest. We're going to knock out those monsters directly with relative ease. Also an assault on the right side being commenced, even with smoke being used. I love it when smoke is being used. Great Force holding town. These Russian Marines are going to come in. They're going to do a crap ton of damage. T-72's also being moved up. Using MX-30s. Decent range. Also on the left side. Pact managing to secure Charlie. That's a crap ton of Gazelle cannons and heavy hulks. So, okay, there's only 2. I do apologise. 2 of each. Or 3 heavy hulks. Being brought up to deal with soft armoured targets. Reserve is the Su-23. It's going to do a bit of damage to him, and the Su-27 flying overhead. Pact managing to stop the NATO point advancement, as they are going to start gaining their points themselves. Oh, if they can knock out CV and Hotel, they'd be in a very good position. Seems like that is what he is trying to do. Yeah, really bringing this around, Pact. They are definitely bringing this around. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Managed to knock out Ostersund in the town. Probably need some support to take out the other ones, though. The BMP-3 is in a perfect position to knock them out with his 100mm cannon. It suits only HE, but yeah, 100mm only HE cannon does a crap ton of damage to infantry. Also, Tunguskos are being used to support. Infantry being brought up to see like Pact on the Curious Town relative ease, and the whole hotel side is yes. Now at a +3 advantage now. That is very good. Also, Misters firing in, making sure nothing survives. On the left side, NATO hiding their CVs all around his Humvee, retreating back into the forest. Pact can just secure your sides of CVs, which I'm going to do right now, and be in an even better point advantage. Things are starting to look very good for them, as NATO only really has points left forward. Bloody hell, Pact is doing a great job. Some infantry transports being brought up through the Death Valley. Once again, Tornado Advanced Fighter 2 being shot down instantly by a buck. And these Mylands going to get engaged. The infantry are going to manage to unload the Mi-24s and Ka-29 in a perfect position. See them on all sides. Myland, that is great, beautiful. Now all those Mylands are shot in different directions, almost like petals from a flower. The rockets are gonna eat like those infantry, and even the TPC Fuchses are very lightly armoured. Very lightly armoured. Leaves only one armour to the front, which is well, that's not a lot. And now Pact is at a +6. They are starting to gain the lead at a rapid rate. They can get it to a +7 if they capture Bravo. You know, are they going to try and overextend and capture Gulf? No, there goes Call meTrisha. Sin A is only left in the match, and I expect he will be leaving soon. Just to speed things up. Pact counter-attacking into Gulf. And there goes Sin A, and that is a very good game. I actually thought Pact was going to lose it for a second. They got pushed back very much from the start from NATO. It did a very good job at the early beginnings, attacking the Pact side and keeping up the pressure. But then they started to lose ground. And Pact managed to take advantage of the failed assault of the NATO side. Counter-attack, bada bing, bada boom. They run the match. Also a bit hard for NATO's row as Insane Element. I kept calling him Insane Melee. I do apologise. Did have to lead halfway through, so we had to deal with even more units. So yeah, this has been the RANGROOCAST. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.